Rep, 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 rep. Blessings, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another big video. It's the kickoff for the Diamond League, and I don't know if you're excited as I am, but I'm super pumped for yet another Diamond League season. This will run until September, and I know there is like so much track and field action happening. We have the World Relays coming up in a couple of weeks. We have the World Championship. We have so much action to look out to. But kicking off this year's Diamond League, we had some Jamaican athletes in action. Nothing wrong with that, right? So this one took place in Xiamen, China, and we'll be going through it. We'll be pulling out some notable performances, but also some quote-unquote disappointments from the morning. Now, the time difference meant all of this took place early this morning. So if you're in Jamaica, you probably would have had to get up from maybe 6 o'clock this morning to see the races. But yeah, before we go any further, remember, smash the like button, subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so. Also, let's continue the conversation in the comment section below. All right, so don't be shy. Don't be scared to share your comments. If you don't agree with something that I said during the video, I implore you, let's have the conversation below. All right, so let's jump right into it. So we had the 100 meters. Jamaica's Rowan Watson, he took part in that one. It was won by Akani Simbine, one of the top 100-meter sprinters this year. He clocked a time of 9.99 seconds. The South African is looking impressive. Letsile Tebogo was also a part of that race, but he didn't finish in the top half. So I know it's early days still. We're going to see a lot more action. We're going to see these athletes getting a whole lot better as the season progresses. But this first race of the season in the Diamond League was basically one of those markers where you say, okay, keep an eye on this one for this season ahead, or let's look out for that one over there. But we know the cream always rises to the top. So don't be surprised if come a couple months time, Letsile Tebogo is ahead of Akani Simbine in the race that matters most, right? But again, just me throwing it out there. We had two Jamaicans who came out on top today. We had Daniel Williams in the 100-meter hurdles, and we had Scott in the triple jump. Now, Scott leapt to a marker of 17.27, I believe, with plus 0.9 wind. So what that means is, having jumped that, he automatically qualifies because he's already leapt past the world athletics qualification marker. So that's good. As it relates to the other Jamaicans who were in action, we had Natalia Gould Toppin. She took part in the 1,000 meter. She was placed 5th. And then we had Sherika Jackson, who by all means is our most decorated and basically our superstar on the day. All right, now Sherika Jackson, and I won't even say this is a disappointment. I think we know that Sherika Jackson hasn't been back to her best quite yet, and again, it's still early days. The season is still very early. But she still needs a little bit of work. I know athletes who participate in big meets at the early stages of the season. They basically want to see where they're at. They basically want to see how they match up against the competition. Sherika Jackson, on the back of a horrible injury last year and the disappointment from the Olympics, I know she's still putting in the work and trying to get back to full fitness. So Sherika Jackson was placed second behind the American Anavia Battle, who looked impressive, I must say. I think most of the track and field fans were turning heads because they expected Sherika Jackson to come out victorious and to come out victorious easily in that one. But Battle has been having a good season so far, and I know for those who pay attention to the US track circuit, you know that a lot of these athletes have been participating in track meets way before this one. They've been super active. The American athletes, they're usually super active way earlier in the season. But nonetheless, it's been the perfect kickoff from an entertainment perspective. Carson Varholm, Mundo Duplantis, all doing what they do best. No surprises in that regard. I think we're in for quite the season this year in the Diamond League, and I know some big names will be added as the days and the months go by to meets that are to come, and they will only get better. I do not expect the level of the Diamond League to drop from what it's at now. I expect it to only get better and better and better. As for the Jamaicans, we know we'll be seeing far more Jamaicans in the Diamond League as the season progresses. For one reason or the other, we often see some more than the others, but that no surprises there. I think the Diamond League organizers, they've been super strategic year after year in who they have participating in what meets, and again, no surprises here again. But let's hear what your thoughts are. Did you get the chance to see any of the races? Are you impressed by Scott's leap of 17.27? How about Danielle Williams's run? Let's hear what those views are. Sharika Jackson, do you consider her coming second and upset? I don't know. Let's have the conversation. All right, so remember, like, share, subscribe. What are your thoughts? Those are what matter, and let's have the conversation below this video. Halftime TV here saying, until next time, have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you stay safe, and I hope you continue keeping that dial locked to the Halftime TV channel. Peace out.